giving you the tools. So, if you have to wait a little while your kids get big and everything, when they get out the way, just dust those tools off.
That's right.
Put a little oil on them, and turn them on, and you'll be amazed at what you might find.
Right. And another suggestion I always give is, if a door opens for you, recognize that it's a door.
Right.
Step through it. A lot of people maybe might not feel confident in themselves at first, and they're turned down things, or they don't show up to things because you don't feel confident or ready, or you don't know if you do have a gift.
Right.
Try it. Nobody is gonna fault you or judge you. And honestly, if you're worried about being judged, then probably don't. Like, if that's what you're most worried about, is being judged.
Right.
The majority of the time, people are going to open up their arms and they're going to welcome you.
Right.
So if you get the opportunity to show your gift, take it. And then if somebody extends another opportunity to you, that's a sign that you have something. Take that too.
Right. You have to go for it.
You have to go for it.
You have to. I mean, like I said earlier, God's giving you these gifts and He's giving you these tools. He doesn't expect you to keep it to yourself.
No.
He's giving these things to you so you can share it with the world. And, I think that we are all charged at, doing that.
Yes.
We have to, you can't keep everything. You got to give something away.
And helping other people, because majority, like, if you're artists, help other artists.
Right.
Especially down here in Wilmington. Right. We all help each other.
Exactly.
It's a big family.
Yeah.
We all support each other. We all do things with each other, for each other, and don't just, it makes it easier not to be so scared. Right.
Well, Toni, that's all good stuff. I want to let you tell the people how they can reach you again.
Okay, so I have a Facebook page. It's Toni Trower. You can reach me on Reverb Nation, Toni Trower, ReverbNation.Toni Trower. I'm on Instagram, Toni Trower. I'm on Twitter, Toni Trower now. Pretty much, if you just put in Toni Trower in Google, you'll be able to find me. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Google.
Google.
You can find anything on Google.
Anything.
Now, something that I didn't know about you until we actually talked about this interview is that you actually have a show.
I do, a YouTube show.
A YouTube show.
Yeah.
Tell us what the name of the show is and tell us what the show is about.
Well, it's called Talk to Toni. And originally I thought of the idea because I thought that there wasn't enough local artists around here being showcased.
Okay.
And so I thought, I'll go around and I'll interview a lot of the artists that I see every day. And I just think they're absolutely great, and I just don't think enough people are talking about them because maybe they're not high up in the food chain.
They're not mainstream.
Yeah, they're
so
not mainstream.
Independent artists, we tend to, we don't get the attention that a lot of the mainstream artists do, but we work just as hard.
Absolutely.
Sometimes with little or no budgets.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that you are doing that show because, we run into artists all the time. That's pretty much our circle right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's great that you want to do that and give them the exposure and stuff that they probably wouldn't normally get if they had to wait for mainstream, news
They definitely deserve. So much talent here, and when I was in Tampa recently, I had the opportunity to interview a former NFL Tampa Bay Bucks player, and so that will be up on Talk to Toni coming soon. I have two parts to that because that interview was so great. Right. I didn't want to cut anything out of it, so it's going to actually be part 1 and part 2.
All right. So now, who was it that you were interviewing?
It was Kendall Mack.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw those pictures on Facebook. I said, wait a minute, Florida, I just saw her last week.
Yeah.
And she didn't even ask me to go.
Oh, but when something, the door opens, I jumped through that one.
Look, and then you came back and I was in Atlanta. So, it's like so hard for us to catch up to each other, but we managed to run into each other all the time at the right place and the right time.
It always is.
So I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you. What are you talking about?
Oh, we having a love fest here, ladies. See, this is what happens when God puts beautiful people in your life.
That's right.
You know, Toni and I, we talk to each other, and we see each other, and we go out, and you know, I've been over to the house and everything, and I just feel like her and her family have become part of my family here in Delaware. They're just a great group of people, and you know, I just love her.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, they just make me feel warm and tingly all over.
Aw,
you know,
you're family. You are family.
Yes, you go over to the house and we eat stuff and everything.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Toni, so what else? You know, where do you see this going? Like, if you had to make a 5-year plan, how would that be structured for you? Or, you know, you do so many things. Is there just one thing in particular that you want to that you want to focus on? Or?
Actually, I have the acting bug now, so I do want to do some more acting. And I want to see how far my YouTube interview thing goes. I want to see how far that goes, and I want to write more music. So there's 3. It's like a 3-prong thing.
So you want to act, you want to write more music, and you want to continue on with your talk show.
Yes, because I feel like that using that 3-prong method, it's 3 different venues to get myself out there.
Right.
And so I'm attacking the media.
All right.
So I'm gonna, if I'm not gonna hit them through the music, I'm gonna hit them through the acting or through the internet.
Triple threat.
That's right.
This is Toni Trower. She's a triple threat. Well, you guys are going to definitely be seeing more from her in the future. But I got one more question to ask you. One more question.
Look on your face. I'm scared.
No, this is actually a good question.
Okay.
What advice would you give a young mother who was holding on to her talents and you know, not using her talents? What would you tell her? How would you encourage her?
I would say that you can be a good mom and follow your dreams. It can happen. You can do it. You just have to have a balance. You have to make sure that you're organized.
Right.
That organization is the best thing. I mean, and multitask, that you can multitask, which we do anyway as mommies.
Right.
You know, try adding one thing to your weekly schedule. See how that balances out. And then just keep on adding things. If you have talent, they'll start to rack up, and then you'll learn the whole balance. But I think that people in your life will be supportive and will. I mean, of course, they're going to complain in the beginning, like they all do. Like, oh, the men, you're not at home. Where are you? Oh, you just want to be out. But once they see that you're starting to make things happen, they will fall in line. And they will support you, and they will be your biggest fans. And I think that you can do both, basically.
Wonderful. Well, there you have it from Toni Trower, giving us this wonderful interview today. I'm so happy that she came on our show. And I will see you guys next week with our next segment of Artzscape Voice. And when Toni finishes this video, I'm going to have her come